things.
Thanks for being on the show, Rob Corddry. It's great to have you back
you
again.
for
And you were
having me.
right twice.
I have always done that, and every now and then I think I've gathered some confidence lately, and every now and then I'll be like, you know what? I'm going to make this decision by myself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not going to just go 100% what Tully says.
Wow. I think that
Every now and
means
then I'm
that,
like, yep,
you've
I've
learned
learned-
a lot from him.
I have learned a lot, but
Yeah.
I've also learned that he is not the facts of life. Like, he could actually be wrong from time to time. Not all the time,
Yeah.
but every now and then. You never know.
You also get his game. They're like, there's a game going on.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I've discovered that it's like,
What?
Here's an interesting
You just
fact.
did one today.
You just
You
did
did one
it.
of the
You just did it.
cigarettes.
Oh, well, you just did it. They're like, here's an interesting fact.
but it's
that
not true.
made total sense. But here is an interesting fact.
It's the
That-
opposite?
No, that's not quite the opposite. It's you're explaining the mean it's the law of averages.
It's a fun game to try to poke through things and to try to offer alternate, more mundane explanations.
God, I wish I had taken a religion class with you in college or something.
Not too late,
like.
Corddry.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
God damn it.
I did theology for like 8 years, and
I bet you did.
It is a fucking blast.
I bet you did.
I loved every second of it. I am getting dumber. I'm positive of that, and I'm not just saying that. I have gotten stupider.
Oh, me too.
In the last year or two, and it is frustrating because I can feel it happening. I can feel. I'm pretty sure my brain used to be able to do this. Used to be able to lift this weight. And now it cannot. And I'm like an aging boxer who sometimes I can use the crafty, wily stuff I've picked up along the way to compensate for the fact that my brain isn't very strong anymore.
Oh, yeah. That's
I can cover for it a little better.
totally.
I've gotten dumber, and I can't say that I like it.
I just can't find. I think I feel like I'm turning into an like a senile person lately. Like I can't find words. I just can't find the word. I
You
feel like
drinking
my
a lot?
Mother. Oh yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh well.
Well, right, but
Shit.
and I agree with you.
I'm really sorry I brought that up.
No,
You're right. You're right.
Look, I'm between you guys.
So wait, I'll just get smarter again if I stop drinking.
It's happened
as
to me.
much?
because Jason
Fuck you,
is sober for 6 months today.
That's right.
Oh really?
Thanks, Tully.
Right, and Rob Corddry is a really problematic alcoholic.
Functional. No, I'm a functional.
So
alcoholic.
functional that it's almost like, why would I stop?
Yeah, I
I'm
know
on fire.
exactly.
Yeah, no.
It's like there's zero reason.
No,
How
I'm...
many-
zero
how
reason.
ma- How many movies do you have opening this weekend?
Except
Jason?
that
Right, exactly.
I can't
know.
remember. I
How
can't
many TV
remember-
shows do I have? None.
The only thing that's non-functional is sometimes I can't remember a word, like the word for canister. I'm like the thing that you put like coffee's in it and
Oh yeah. And that's happening
So-
to all of us way more frequently. It's like there's a little gas leak in here or something. Jason is right, and Rob, you know this. If you sober up entirely and take care of yourself, it gets better.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is people used to be able to drink into their 40s and still function at full mental capacity.
Maybe
here he
things-
goes again.
See, maybe things were more basic back then. Maybe you only had to remember a few
That's
words
true.
and say a few things.
I have a theory.
Milk the cow.
There wasn't as much information to process
Yeah.
back then.
There's so much more going on.
Not as
now.
many words.
Mhm.
There were
We do
fewer
have
words.
a lot of words.
So
There's
many
200 more words these days than there were back then.
On fleek. I mean, that kind of shit is
Yeah.
so annoying.
How are we
That-
going to keep that in our head?
I don't want it in my head. I want it out.
It's there.
And it's taken something that was necessary. I've been replaced
Yeah.
with 100.
Yeah, but I couldn't think of the word for I can't think of the fucking word.
No, you're on
Afghan.
What?
Afghan.
Like a guy
And I wasn't
from
even talking about an
Afghanistan?
Afghan. I was talking about a quilt.
I thought you were talking about a dude from Afghanistan.
No.
No, their wives make these great blankets, except for all the holes in them.
Yeah.
What's the point of a blanket with holes in it?
You need
Listen.
2 of them.
Listen, man.
I know my parents.
Don't put it in your head.
My parents always had them, and then they'd put one on me when I was laying down, and I'd be like, I'm cold, and then they'd be like, let me get you another one because you need 2 of those because they have holes in them. My dad
Yeah.
would constantly brag about it. The thing about Afghans is, if you have 2, you'll be warm.
Yeah, an Afghan is a half a blanket.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
But not like a smaller one. It's regular sized, only it's like a
Oh,
Swiss,
sometimes it's oversized.
it's like a Swiss cheese blanket.
Why would anyone want that? It's
I don't know.
like
I don't
toilet
know.
paper with
Well,
holes in it. Why would you do that to
kind
me?
of
It's kind of like tinfoil in a way. Like it more than any other blanket, it forms over you. Like
those ones.
yeah, like those guys.
Yeah.
You know, it
I don't like them.
it's comfy in the way that it just surrounds you and
I'll
makes
sit
you,
on it.
It's like a womb.
It's like a body sweater.
You'll sit on one of those?
Yeah.
You'll sit on an Afghan?
If I put it on the couch, I'll sit on it, but I'm
Okay.
not like covering myself with it. It's ridiculous.
It's big of you.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, I put my butt on it. Maybe a shoulder or something, but no, that's about as far as I go. I'm not putting my spit. And they're always like printed out like a fucking giant flat hacky sack. I'm not putting that shit on me.
It's grandma craps for sure. You know what though? I passed a place in Beverly Hills. I don't know if it's on Rodeo, but one door north of Spago. So people know that Wolfgang Puck's place, very classy place. One door north was like a sports bar, trendy place. And then they had outdoor couches that had Afghans on them that looked like that.
Yeah.
Like, are those trying to get cool now?
Anything's possible. I mean, isn't there like Tommy Hilfiger is back?
Mm-hmm.
What the
Tommy
fuck is that?
Hilfiger's making Afghans now. Yeah.
Big
You
logo.
need to get all your Hilfiger stuff out of the mothballs now, Rob.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
You working, man, or are you like hanging out?
I'm just hanging out. You know,
Drinking and
that's the
shit?
problem. I'm not really like doing anything with my brain these days.
What's wrong with that?
No, nothing. But I've reached the point where, I reached a point where I had to reconvince myself that I needed this break and just to not work that much and to just chill and do whatever I wanted. And then just recently I reached a point where I know I just wanna get back to work. I feel like I'm I don't know. My brain feels lazy.
How does a Rob Corddry, after taking a big break, how does he get back into work? Are you like the kind of guy who's like, I am making a new show, or are you a guy I don't want to be in charge, I would like to be another comedic champion actor in one of these other movies, or what is your... Because I feel like now you have options. What does Rob Corddry want to get back into?
Well, that depends. Like I've noticed that lately I've had a lot more ideas. So the idea itself will tell me like what capacity I will be involved in it. You know, whether this is like, oh, this is something I want to do all by myself.
Okay.
And you know, even put it on the internet or something. And
what
then,
if your idea that you've come to and you're like, I'm coming back with this idea, and then your managers and everybody's like, well, everyone's heard that you're coming back. There's actually this other role that they'd like you to do, which wasn't a part of your coming back. Do you take that?
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's cool. I mean, if I like it. And I like,
what about if it consumes the other idea that you were going to do?
Yeah, that's a risk, but I think once you get working, like once you get in the habit and the grind of it, then it breeds more productivity.
Right.
You know, and so I trust, like in the past, I've been able to kind of like transfer the energy from what I'm working on into something else that I'm working on.
Okay. So you haven't been working.
I've been working off and on, just like a day on this, 2 days on that.
But when you don't do stuff, what do you do? What does Rob Corddry do?
Oh man, I walk my kids to school.
Yeah, that must be good, right?
It's great.
Right.
It's great. Well, I usually walk my kids to school, but then I come home and
Is the wife working?
She's no.
She's at home as well.
She off and on, yeah.
So you'll see her more.
I see her more. Yeah, that's nice.
Right.
And then
you banging like in the middle of the day because the kids are at school and you're not at work?
It's like right after her shower.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
Like,
she gets back from the gym.
That's because
we bang a little bit.
Yeah, when I don't have the kids are like a thing that I'm supposed to do, and I'm like,
yeah,
hey, what are you?
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, we're fucking banging out.
Right. It's yeah, you know how you go in waves. I think we've even talked about this before in here, but like
we both don't remember it, so
we reached this wave a while ago that was just like it was only morning sex, and it was just only like it was just lazy, still good. Yes. Still fun, but nothing really.
A little bit in a hurry too.
Yeah. But then there's another wave of the after the gym shower, you know, blood's flowing.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
You're banging her on a period.
No,
I was just making a gross joke.
I wish.
Yeah. What you do? You do?
No, I would.
Right.
Yeah, I would. I don't have a problem with that.
Right.
She does. She has a big problem with that.
Right. My chick always wants me to do that, and I have a problem with it.
Oh yeah.
And that was like
just
almost admitting that I was gay for the 700th time. That's it's hard to admit that I have a problem with it. I wish I could be like, because man, big tough Ellis loves the period sex. He doesn't.
He doesn't.
No, and sometimes he'd be like, yeah, you know, like, let's give it a go again, because, you know, you got yourself one hell of a fiance. I'll get in there and I'll go hard. And then it'll start to bleed me a little bit, and I'm like,
oh, rats.
Man, I'm not really having that much fun. I mean,
what does it do? Just turn off, like, it what's the click in your brain?
It gets a little looser, and then there's stuff around it,
there is a consistency, a difference in consistency.
And I get I think I lose like a 10% bone.
Yeah, right.
And then when I do that, I know that the bone's connected to her vag bone, and the vag bone's connected to her brain, and she senses that my penis is like, oh
and you're thinking a lot.
Yeah,
you're thinking way too much. And then forget it.
So then I've got to really get back into the thing. I got to
Yeah, period sex is like if you get food from the window at a fast food place. It's like eating it in the car instead of waiting until you get home. Like, it's tempting to do it then and there, but it's not nearly as good as if you just wait it out, because it does kind of ruin the experience.
I would be okay with having period sex in the bush. Sorry, in the forest.
Right, if everything's already gone...
Wrong country.
If everything's already gone kind of messy, why not mess it up?
Yeah, like in the dirt, up against a tree, blood everywhere.
Right.
But like, you know what I mean? It's usually like a shower thing. I don't really like fucking.
It's a shower thing
because I'm too big and I have a nice size shower, but it's like water jets getting in the way or bad angle. You know what I mean? Head in the wrong spot or something. And I feel like this would be better if we had an open area. But an open area could mean, droplets. I don't know.
I wish we had a rec room.
I'm really bumming myself out here.
Droplets.
Or a proper fuck shower.
Yeah, fuck shower where you can leave the water alone. It can be near you, keeping you warm, but not on you.
I usually just like when she's having her period, it's just a week or so of constant masturbation for me. That's what I do.
Right.
I kind of look forward to it a little bit.
See, I feel bad because I know that she's extra horny. It's scientifically proven, unless Tully wants to argue the fact that when girls are on their period, they're hornier.
I think some are.
Okay, yeah.
I don't think all are.
Yeah. There you go.
I've definitely known that girl.
Right. So, and then I feel bad by not giving it to her at her peak of horniness. It's sort of like, if I was to do ecstasy and I'm like, babe, can you blow me? She's like, no, I'm not really into that.
Yeah.
It's on a smaller scale, but still a scale nonetheless.
See, I'm surprised for you that doesn't sweeten the pot, because to me, a very horny girlfriend trumps period. But I've more been involved with women who are kind of like, I would just as soon skip it for a couple days too. So it's like, if it's gotten messier and you're less into doing it yourself, well, that's a double whammy.
Yeah.
I'll be over here jerking off for a couple days.
Right. Well, look, as I said, I still try. I still don't give up, because I'm like, you know what, we'll do it. But as I feel I'm starting to realize something right now as I'm speaking to Rob Corddry about period sex.
Yeah.
That I would maybe say, let's go outside, and I'll bang you out. Near the pool, where things could go everywhere, and I'd be okay with it. But sometimes, if there's kids in the house, then we're not. There's only one option, and that's shower sex. Yeah. And I know she doesn't like the shower sex because it's always like bad angles.
It's not great.
Yeah, I'm
shower
always like, her head hits the wall or something, and I'm like, that's not cool.
Yeah, and there's always like, it's a leverage is weird.
Yeah, it's slippery. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
It's just, you're right, Michael. I didn't need to invest in a fuck shower.
You should have gotten a fuck shower. I got a little bench, but
you need a big bench.
Yeah, you need a big bench. The whole thing needs to be a bench.
My mother-in-law has
a fuck shower.
Yeah, I guess.
Your mother-in-law has a fuck shower. Go ahead.
That's a song. That's a hate bean song.
She had it put in the house. It cost her a pretty penny, but it's
my mother-in-law has a fuck
shower.
Wait, hey, we can get the cameraman in here, and Will, because Rob Corddry is, this is going to tantalize your day. My mother-in-law has a fuck shower by Hate Bean, and then, of course, I have my guy from officialjasonellis.com who came in to make sure my camera angles are working. Will, if you could come in, Rob Corddry I feel like it's early. Yeah. Rob's not exactly sure what's going on. He shouldn't really be here because we moved to mornings. And, look, I'll show
everything's upside down.
Here's the bad angle camera. I had a camera malfunction the other day.
All right.
See, that's
office Christmas party,
angle.
huh?
Yeah. This is the Jason Ellis Show, and we're talking about period sex and Office Christmas Party with Rob Corddry.
We went past the billboard for Office Christmas Party last night. My son, who's almost 5, asked me what the movie was about, and I had trouble explaining it. He said, I think they're trying to figure out which one of them is Santa.
That's like a C story.
You know, my son asked me last night, Daddy, do you believe in Santa? And I got away. He's only 7. I was like, do you? I did it fast.
Yeah.
I did it fast. He was like, Daddy, do you believe in Santa? I was like, do you? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
So,
Bros.
I snaked him so hard.
That's great.
I was so, once again, I feel like it's the non-alcohol thing, just to get in your brain a little more.
Yeah, great.
Where
Thanks. I'm going to start drinking at 1.
and I got away with it. And I was like, he's like, people at school don't believe in him. I'm like, well, that's cool, man. I'm like, people believe in all kinds of stuff. I'm like, some people believe in God, some people believe in Allah, and I'm like, some people believe in Jesus. I'm like, you believe in whatever you want to believe in, man. Like, as long as you believe in it, that's all that matters.
Okay, now, but do you...
Keep driving.
Do you, not that you would have thought of this in the moment, but do you think that has any potential to slightly bite you in the ass? Because it sounds like he is on the cusp of putting 2 and 2 together in the not too distant future, and then he's going to turn around on you and say, you told me this was real.
Fine, though.
Yeah, but I still believe in Santa. I believe in the magic of
Yes,
Christmas.
exactly. That's how I can totally lie to them and stare them in the face.
Yep.
And
Because Daddy still does believe.
Exactly.
Look, if Daddy
I do
doesn't
believe
get a
in Santa.
surprise gift on Christmas Day, make no mistake, I'm bummed out.
yeah,
You know what I mean? I mean, just because it might have come off my credit card, it's beside the
it
point.
doesn't matter.
I need a surprise gift, and it needs to be a good one.
Yeah.
It's a special coat that I've been thinking about. And if Santa gets it to me, I might have hinted towards this
Magic.
special coat, taken a photo of it,
Yeah.
but it's still going to be a surprise. I'm going to be very excited about it. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, Hate Bean with its rendition of...
My mother-in-law's fuck shower.
Wait a minute.
What?
I feel like Rob Corddry's putting you off, and I feel like...
Am I throwing you off a little bit?
Yeah, I feel like Will's okay with being the Hate Bean guy when it's just us the boys.
Yeah, I hear you.
And I feel like, think about how many movies and TV shows you've seen Rob Corddry in.
Every one of them.
What about the one where he's dressed like a clown doctor?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like dry humping people? I remember once I had no shirt on and I was strangling him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've fake punched some of his friends.
Mm-hmm.
I've licked the face of Mullen Ackerman. I mean, these are things where, believe it or not, I was a tad uncomfortable with that situation.
Yeah.
But if there was no one around, I was just licking her face. That would have been a different story. You need to let it go, man, and think about it. Rob Corddry's about to get back into the wilderness of acting and TV. Maybe he'll see you do something here and be like, you know what? I
That
need to
guy's got
hire Will
something."
Pendarvis to be my co-star in the new
That's
movie I Ate a Child.
He's
starring
got
you.
spunk. I like that.
You do have spunk.
Yeah.
So unleash it, please. Would you like another song? Maybe that song
Here
wasn't...
comes my spunk.
Is this a better beat?
That's already.
Okay, sorry.
That's already.
Sorry.
That's
It's
already.
like 3
Damn it. Wait.
Is it going to make you uncomfortable if I stare at you like that?
Now it will.
Is that okay or no?
Oh yeah, now we're talking.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I've been waiting here, all wet and dripping, on my bed for over an hour. You're a she, and I'm a him. So why don't you come and join me in my mother-in-law's fuck shower? I'm gonna get you in your bloody flower in my
Nice.
mother-in-law's fuck shower, baby. That's it. That's
Yeah.
the whole song so
Jeez.
far. It's in the works. It's in production.
for days.
Fucking
Yeah.
good.
Like that for days.
Oh, good. I'm gonna get you in your bloody flower in your mother-in-law's fuck shower.
Really paints the picture. Yeah, she's got her
Don't feel bad about that, Will. It was great.
Her
You
whole
should
bathroom
feel good about
is
that.
like continuous tiles, and they're warmed. She's got a warm my mother-in-law's.
Heated tile shower. That's
so you
next
can be
level.
you can be in the shower and the water and stuff, but you could walk away from it. You have the entire room to play with, and it's like a double-sized full bathroom.
Yeah.
You could fuck all over the place in there.
I was once on the internet looking at fuck showers, true story, and there's showers you can get that have all these weird lights and stuff, and you can call people in the shower. You buy the total package thing. It's like a giant shower that has all these cool magical things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking about it because I rent, so it's like stupid. But I was
Yeah.
thinking about getting one of those and just putting it outside near the pool.
I don't know. This is one thing that I've been. I haven't been working as much lately, so I've realized I don't take as many showers as I used to. I took one this morning. I might go 2 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sort of a grunge guy these
Yeah.
days.
I mean, I get to the point where I'm like, I when I feel dirty, I take a shower.
You sitting around a lot?
Yeah, I do a fair share of sitting around. But I'm mostly, I taught myself how to play guitar.
Oh, wow.
Teaching myself how to play guitar. Yeah, I'm reading a lot, so I'm not like total.
You don't just watch
asshole.
TV with your hand down the front of your pants?
No, I can't watch TV in the daytime. Still, I just
Okay.
can't. Can't do it.
Do you like TV?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Like, what
guess
TV
so.
shit does Rob Corddry watch?
Well, I just finished Westworld last night.
Right.
Love that.
Okay.
My wife and I have been on a shameless jag.
Yeah, yeah.
You know that show?
Yeah,
It's
I
pretty
do.
good.
We had,
Yeah,
one
it
of those,
is.
we had one of those guys in here recently, Steve Howie, big guy.
Eh.
Which one?
The guy that gets fucked in the ass by his girlfriend, black chick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
That's the easiest way for me to remember.
Yeah, so we've been watching that, but I actually just kind of took a pause on that one. Like we're almost done with the second season, and I was just like, it's a lot, that show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you can only take so much of these people and their alcoholic, anyway, and then I don't know. Yesterday I was actually going through a list of things I wanted to watch. So, but these are things like my wife doesn't. I don't even know if she'd like Children's Hospital if I wasn't in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it's her kind of thing, so I don't really... There's only one time I can watch TV. So we both make compromises. She'd rather be watching, like... What's the show about catching the murderers?
Yeah, Making a Murderer.
It's a drama. I don't mean it. Not the
Documentary about a murderer.
Not the documentary. No, it's
Catch a Predator.
to catch a. How to Get Away with Murder. There you go. And
Catch a Predator. She's
she's
loves
into
that
like
show.
This Is Us, which does look like a kind of a good show. Parenthood she loved, but these aren't shows that I'm gonna binge watch.
Yeah.
Santa Monica people with children.
I'd rather. Yeah. There you go. And like in a Craftsman.
Right.
Is she a real housewives
I'm just
person?
a workaday
No.
man in a $3.5 million house.
Yeah. No, she can't. She doesn't suffer fools. That's the problem.
Okay,
My
good.
wife, very black and white with her. She can't. She can't handle those shows.
What about movies? Do you go to a movie theater?
No.
No way.
Hardly ever. I mean, we go with our kids.
I went this way. Yeah, that's the only time I go too. I went this weekend, didn't have the kids, and went to go watch a movie. I wanted to watch the Mel Gibson movie, the war one. Fucking not in there anymore. And then I'm like, well, I'll just watch a backup movie. No, I won't.
Yeah.
No, I will not watch anything. I'm like, a horror movie that's PG. Fuck off. How's that supposed to make any sense?
I watch the superhero movies in the theater.
Wait, not Batman, Superman.
Not that one. No.
No, like the good ones.
Yeah, the good ones.
The Marvel stuff.
The Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
I'll watch that in the theater.
That's cool.
That's
I see
fair.
a lot of kids stuff in theaters, and I don't hate it. I'm just totally got Stockholm syndrome at this point. I was okay with the Trolls. It was alright. Wasn't a bad theater.
Oh my God. Yeah, we had a conversation about the Trolls just the other night with my mother was over and there was a bunch of kids over and everybody loved that movie.
It's okay.
I didn't see the Trolls.
Let's not get at it.
Yeah, I
let's
missed
not get
the
crazy
Trolls.
about it, but it was
Okay.
It was pretty good.
My ex got hit with that bomb. Depends
Take
what
the kids
day.
to the Trolls.
Depends what day it comes out.
Yeah.
If the kids want to see it and I've got them, well then fuck, we're going to see the Trolls. But
It's an easy morning. It's definitely
I
like a
ducked it.
nice if we
Sure,
if we could
sure.
have something on a Friday night to know Saturday morning we just wake up and just get some popcorn and park our asses at Moana. That's a good morning.
Yeah.
I heard that Mel Gibson war movie was good.
I heard that as well.
I want to go watch it.
I don't even know. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Shot and explodes. People
Hacksaw
die.
Ridge?
Yeah, Hacksaw Ridge.
Oh, Hacksaw Ridge.
I
Just
heard
sounds
it's
cool,
No
right?
idea.
Yeah.
Never. It's
And then I watched that Alien
Missed it.
movie. That was a good movie where the ladies talking to the aliens.
Yeah,
Which
Arrival?
Yeah,
Which
Rival's
I can't believe
good.
That wasn't already
Oh,
the
I wanna
name of
see
a
that.
movie.
Yeah.
see that's one that I would want to see.
Yeah,
in
you
the
would like
theater,
it. You would like it.
too.
It's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody told me yesterday it reminded them a lot of Contact.
I loved that movie.
Okay,
It's stupid, but I loved it. Go
which
ahead.
I was going to say is one of the most lukewarm endorsements I've ever heard, but apparently this movie has more of a following. Contact has more of a following than I realized.
Oh yeah.
I
yeah.
thought Contact was pretty good too.
yeah, it's really it hit all the Corddry strike zones for me.
Which are
Science fiction, time travel, and then it's got a little love story in there.
Yeah.
It's just a half a love story.
the
to keep
sparks
you
really
interested.
flew between
the
Jodie
priest
Foster and
Jodie-
Matthew McConaughey.
Oh no, it wasn't McConaughey. It was that other
Wasn't
guy
it?
that was trying to fuck her.
Who was it?
The professor wanted to fuck her all along. Oh wait, no, that was Silence of the Lambs. Sorry.
I just remember the makeout scene, which is when everybody figured out that Jodie Foster was a lesbian.
That's fucked up, man. She's probably a little bi, right? She had to mix it up a little bit.
Jason, you did Black Mirror, right?
Yep.
On Netflix.
Oh yeah, I did the first season.
I did.
I didn't know there was two.
I didn't know there was two.
Yeah, I watched the first episode of the second one.
My wife and I are usually really simpatico with TV, and I did the first one, and I thought for sure that we were in for the whole thing. And then we were with friends the next day, and she's like, "Yeah, so I'm watching it." I'm like, "Why am I even watching?"
Yeah,
this?
she didn't.
So,
My wife didn't like it either.
what's up with that?
I think it's just dark. I don't know. I don't. I mean, I'm not to say women don't like dark things as well, but it was dark and like really. I think for my wife, it was too cynical for her in a way. You know, like there's no happy story about the future or technology, and she just doesn't want to like go down that road.
She wants to believe that social media is good for you.
No, well, she just does believe. She's a very positive person and believes in the future and looks forward to it. And
Well, somebody's got to be in the Corddry household.
yeah, because I'm drunk in my
drunk,
garage.
Drunk playing some old tunes on his guitar. Just whining it out.
Oh yeah.
I'm an angry.
There's a guitar solo.
She
You
goes-
wouldn't know anything about that.
The other day, she goes, we were looking for wine and there was none there, and she goes, I go, oh, check my office fridge. There might be some in there. I think I have a bottle in there. And she walked in there and she came out with an empty bottle that I had stuck back in the fridge. And she goes, there was an empty bottle. And I went, oh, that doesn't reflect well on me at all, does it?
Put that one back. It didn't taste good.
Yeah.
Good for you. You got an acoustic guitar or what do you?
Both.
Both.
Yeah.
So you'll plug in.
I'm just a gear guy. If I get into anything, I gotta have all the gear.
Yeah.
I fucking
What kind of
love
gear are
it.
you rocking?
So I got the first thing I got was an Epiphone Les Paul.
Yeah.
And then I got a Gretsch semi hollow.
Sure.
But when Children's Hospital just got our last Emmy, I thought we got an Emmy bonus factored into the.
Ooh.
For the first time we got like an Emmy bonus factored into our contract. So with some of that money, I bought myself like an American Elite Strat that is just, it changes everything
Huh?
for me. Like I felt like I was on the cusp of knowing how to play guitar, and then when I picked that thing up, I was like, oh, I get this now. It just felt right. But then my housekeeper dropped something on it, and there's a huge nick taken out of it.
Oh my god.
I know.
Fired.
No, she's great.
Oh fuck
She's
her.
great.
She fucking not paying her.
She's great.
She can clean the house for
I don't
us.
even know. I mean, I assume she might
You
not.
didn't
She
bring
might
it up
not.
to her? You didn't bring it up to her.
I just
Maybe you dropped a bottle of wine on
no.
it.
No. A week later, my wife was just like, "Oh, hey, you don't have to clean Rob's office anymore." And she's like, "What? Why?" And she's like, "Oh no, he's just likes to do it by himself." Anyway, so how's
white
the
people, they're
Suns?
so fucking polite. Man.
No, I couldn't. It was just like this big hunk of plastic thing that I got on my shelf. I couldn't find the word for shelf. that was sitting next to it was lying on the floor next to the guitar, and there was 2 little chunks taken out of it. It's a fucking, it breaks my heart just thinking about it. Because I don't know if there's any repairing that either. Like, it's a nick.
Yeah.
You might be surprised.
Yeah.
It's kind of the way they go, though. Like, for me, I had a Gibson Explorer that I bought, and it was, to me, it was enough money for a plane ticket back to America.
Yeah.
And I never sold it. That's how much it meant to me.
Yeah.
And I still have it to this day. And it had ebony fretboard, and, you know what I mean? I really, really loved it. And the first mark on it, somebody knocked it over and stood on it. And and there was something on the ground that made an indent in the fretboard, like it pushed the string into the fretboard.
Wow!
And then never.
Well, that's fucking. Mine is cosmetic. That changes the.
It didn't. It was down where I can't play anyway, so it didn't really matter.
Right.
But it was still. I'm like, you marked it.
I know.
You know what I mean? I'm like, oh my god.
I want to mark it.
Right.
Like Eddie's.
It'd be way easier to deal with if it was that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was very hard to deal with for the longest time. I
It's a bummer.
still see that when I look at it. I'm like, God, I forgot who did it now. But it doesn't even matter.
Doesn't even matter.
But when you play a lot, that's kind of like they're supposed to be marked up, you know?
Well, that's the thing, right? But this isn't that. You know, this isn't. I don't mind the like little scratches on the pick guard. You know, that's great. That's like the sign of love. But nah, this is different.
Well, and you haven't had it for very long. There's supposed to be a honeymoon period. It's supposed to be pristine for an amount of time.
You're right.
There's an amount of time. It's
You're precious about it.
At least 12 months after you buy it, where it falls over and you go, this is what's going to happen.
Right.
What kind of amp are you playing?
I have a way too much amp.
Good.
I did a lot of research, and I was like, oh, this is the amp I want. I wanted a tube amp, you know, because I bought a Marshall, you know, electric one, like digital one. That wasn't that good. I just have that downstairs. But this is a Fender Hot Rod Deluxe too, and I went to Guitar Center to get it. They were like, yeah, we got one of those in back, and they wheeled it out with a the hand truck, and I was like, oh fuck.
Nah, not
That's
that far.
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge. Like, it's one of those you can't even turn it past 2.
Yeah, right.
Bullshit.
I used to have a half stack in my parents' living room.
Yeah.
I had a
full stack. Yeah, I had a full stack.
I had a Marshall full stack when I first got into playing guitar. I had the Explorer, and I got a Marshall stack, and I lived at my fucking parents' house, and they had no idea, and neither did I, what I bought. And I had no idea.
That's
I'm like, Metallica has a wall of these, so I'll just have one in my bedroom. What could be the harm?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just.
I hope it's loud enough for me.
12-inch speakers and 100 watts.
Yeah, but I used to blow birthday cards off my table and show people.
That's so great. That's so great.
So, what's your dream tune? What are you working on? What do you want to play on the guitar?
Oh, that's interesting. Well, my daughter's learning guitar too. My 8-year-old, and she's actually learning it right. You know, she's learning it. I can see in her lessons that she's learning it the way it's progressing. She's learning it the right way. Like, she's learning finger picking. She hasn't even touched a pick yet.
Oh.
And so she's her guitar teacher asked, what song do you want to learn? And she said, While My Guitar Gently Weeps.
Wow.
So I was like, all right, I'm going to learn that one too. And it's really fucking hard. So that's, I guess, right now, if I had a dream song, it'd be that.
Okay.
I can play like 2 or 3 notes of it. I could do the first 2 bends. That's it, of the solo.
Have you been a musical person before? Can you play other things?
Yeah, no. I mean, I when I was in 3rd grade, somebody came to our school and was like, here's a bunch of instruments I'm going to demonstrate for you, and then you can take lessons. And they were just all brass instruments and shit, and I picked the trombone, and it sucks. Yeah. It's the worst, even out of all the... It's not even a fucking trumpet, you know, which could be cool. It's a fucking trombone. And
it's the slidey one?
It's the slidey one.
Yeah,
and I lasted about 3 months, and then my parents are like, fuck you. We're not, you're done with...
Yeah.
You don't commit to practicing.
Right.
Well,
and all I wanted to do was play drums and guitar. My friend had a band, and every once in a while I'd go over and like just play drums. I can like keep a beat for about a minute.
Mhm.
You know,
Because it always seemed a little odd to me that very many people who are passionate about music never even try to dabble in it. It would be like really watching basketball but never wanting to ever pick up a ball and shoot a couple hoops yourself.
it felt like it was out of. It felt like it was impossible in a way. Like it felt like this is something it's unattainable. Like the only reason I bought the guitar. I mean, I've taken lessons before and tried to learn, and then just got uninterested. And I realized, like, being a gear guy, it was more about like falling in love with the guitar that I was playing and being interested to play it. And I went to Guitar Center to buy my daughter her first electric guitar, and then I saw how much these cost, and I saw how much, like, I was like, oh my god, this is actually, for some reason in my head I would have imagined that every guitar cost, $5,000, because it just seemed unattainable to me.
Yeah.
So
Only a couple of them cost that much.
yeah, it just seemed,
You'll get there. Make no
it
mistake.
seemed very real. Oh,
Yeah.
it seemed very real.
It's one of the most satisfying gear holes a man can fall into.
great.
I think the car gear thing is a fun one
Yeah.
to go into. The construction hardware gear hole is a fun one to fall into. And guitars and musical instruments are way up there.
Yeah.
They make them look cool.
Yeah, I got all three of those going.
Oh, really?
Yeah, totally.
You really are a gear guy.
I love it. I love stuff.
Cars, huh?
Yeah.
What about racing?
We've talked about this before. I don't know. I'd like to go to a track with my car and just fuck around with it and see. I would like to get it.
You should come race with me.
All right.
I'm doing a TV show on racing with celebrities in the passenger seat.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're a celebrity.
Oh, I'll do that.
You should come in the passenger seat and then check out the whole
Yeah.
place and be like, hey, you know what?
Yeah, that's
Maybe
cool.
I will fucking
All right.
do that.
That's great. I'd feel I'd get very nervous if I had to get behind the wheel and race.
Well, you
the
get real
first
fucking
day.
nervous being in the passenger seat with me. Because
That's great.
I'm a sketchy guy.
That's good TV.
Yeah, Dax Shepard is a good friend of mine who is really good at racing, and I was like, hey man, I'm going to do this TV show where celebrities in the passenger seat, and he's like, with you? I'm like, yeah. He's like, no fucking way. I'm like, what do you mean no way? It's like, oh, fuck going to passenger seat with you? You're out of your mind.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, of all people, like, you're probably faster than me. Yeah, and I'm not going in the car with you. I'm like, man, come on. He's like, you're going to try and show me how fast you are. I'm like, yeah, you probably
Yeah,
right.
that's true.
But these cars are, if you crash, you don't die.
Oh, I feel like with me though that you want to take care of me. I feel like you
definitely-
have this nurturing.
I'd feel terrible if you died in my car.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
That would last a long time.
So I totally trust you.
That's good. Smart. You're a
I'll
smart
drive
guy,
with you.
Rob Corddry. Always thinking.
Well, it hasn't.
Wait, why do you keep turning your mic off?
I dropped a drink that turned my
Oh.
mic off. It hasn't all been masturbating, day drinking, and
No.
guitar playing for you. Tell me about the Hindenburg.
It's not been day
explodes.
drinking either, by the way. I
just heard
probably
about this
drink as
bottle of
much
wine
as
that
I
you-
I
Look,
drank
to me,
before.
I sense that Rob Corddry from time to time gets stressed. Last time I saw him in here, he seemed stressed. I had I related to him on certain things when it comes to the heart thing. I take that stupid fucking aspirin pill, like, because doctors recommended. It's that, just taking that pill alone is a nightmare because you're thinking about it.
Yeah.
I've had anxiety. I've got a fucking heart monitor thing put in my chest to monitor it because I'm so paranoid. My doctor's like, you don't need it. I'm like, yeah, but if I got it, I'd always know. He's like, you would. And I'm like, well, then just fucking put it in, man. That's it. And it's the end of it. And ever since, even like a week before I got it in there, nothing has jumped in there since then.
It's
Is that-
totally fine.
It's always fun.
The heart's great.
I did 10 rounds of kickboxing on the weekend. I mean, I found it very difficult to breathe several times. Here I am. It's bullshit. But I got it in there, and that's the way it is. And it's stress of all the other stuff.
It's
And
stress.
I have noticed that, and I'm not saying because I don't think that you're like I am. You have far more control. I just feel like what I was doing with the marijuana and the drinking was just dodging little things here and there, and it was compiling in my subconscious.
Yeah.
And that was giving me stress and
Yeah,
anxiety
yeah.
that I was not even aware of.
Oh,
So to be
man.
completely sober of everything that comes, good and bad, mainly bad, because that's the way that's the other reason that made me realize I do need to not do any of this stuff. It's because I am all of a sudden easily depressed. There was a time there where if you're drinking, I'm like, man, And they think, what's wrong, Jace? Nothing. Just, people are having beer and I'm not. And that's really fucking sad. And I'm like, is it? It's that sad, is it? Like, if somebody sends you a Snapchat of smoking a joint, you're depressed by that. You know what that means, don't you? You're a fucking junkie. Like, it shouldn't be depressing that anybody can smoke some weed or have a beer around you. And in time, then you see a bigger picture. But to me, career-wise, I'm not as established as you are. This is the only way for me. And ever since I've decided to do this, everything has become so much easier. And career-wise, things have... it's only 6 months. Things have already doubled.
Yeah.
And I feel stress-wise, anxiety-wise, I am able to take things in a better fashion and absorb things and solve the problem instead of just going, you know what, I'll just hold that for a while and maybe it'll go away. I actually tend to it. And I felt like when the last time I saw you when you came in, I had a connection with you on that specific thing. And I thought, that's interesting because you're Rob Corddry. You know what I mean? You shouldn't have anything to relate to me. You should be on fire. Just like, woo, yeah, man, I don't know what your fucking problem is. I feel sorry for you. Well, that's about it. You're like, yeah, I can kind of relate to that. I'm like, that's not good. You shouldn't relate to me. So I'm just saying, if you wanted to check it out, I'm checking out being a vegan. Checking it out.
Yeah.
I had a guy on my podcast the other day talking about how you can heal. We're talking about how you lose sleep if you eat the wrong foods. If you drink too much, you don't get as good as sleep, and you need your sleep. And when you get older, you don't heal as fast. Your brain starts to fry, so you got to eat cleaner, take care of yourself more, just to stay on an even field of playing field where you used to be able to just be there. I'm 25.
Yeah.
I drink fucking a slab of beer, and I wake up, and I'm like, let's go to the gym, let's go fucking woo. And then you're 45, and you drink fucking 20 beers. You're like, I might need to go to hospital. Like the next day, I might be hospitalized from that. So and I saw somebody tweet that, oh, you're all LA now, Ellis. It's officially over because you were a vegan, or I'm trying to be a vegan. I'm just doing 30 days of it. And I'm like, Nate Diaz, who is as far from Hollywood as anyone could ever be. Do you know who that is?
No.
He's a UFC fighter he's the guy that beat Conor McGregor. And
Here's
he's
a
just
picture
like,
of his
fuck
brother.
you, fuck the world. Yeah, this is the Diaz brothers. They run triathlons.
Oh, yeah.
They smoke weed all day. They're vegans.
Yeah.
And they're the fittest people on the planet. So
Yeah.
if you want to call me all Hollywood, I said tell that to Nate Diaz, because I feel like I'm not doing it because Hollywood told me. I'm doing it because athletes told me.
Right.
And I want to jump and fly around, and I want to hit the ground and not wake up.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't move. I'm trying it.
There's so...
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. You...
Just briefly, it was the guy from Colorado who suggested it.
Yeah.
So for starters, it wasn't a Los Angeles suggestion.
Who runs 100K
100 miles.
100 mile.
He's an ultra marathoner.
Yeah.
And
he's 45.
I used to do this. I haven't done it in a while, but I used to do that, like where I do 30 days of something, and just try it out and see how it felt. And I did vegan for 30 days.
Didn't work?
Oh no, it did. And
Okay.
But I also, I felt immediately different and better, but yet I felt that way if I did anything for 30 days, like if I shocked my system in any way. So I'm just saying, not that it's a veganism, like I think that it is, there's a lot of merit to it, and there's a lot of merit. I felt the same way after maybe even better when I tried gluten-free for 30 days.
Okay.
I'm a little paralyzed by all of it because there's so many things, and I feel like what I really want is just balance. I want a balance. It doesn't have to be one thing or the other. It's like, just what is my thing? What makes me feel the most like me when I get up in the morning?
Yeah, look, I think the difference is also with my sobriety is if I come into this veganism thing and it actually works out, it's not a diet. I'm not doing this for 30 days to clean out my system. There'd be no point being a vegan if I still drank it like I did.
Yeah, right.
Because, I'm way healthier now. Let me drink a bottle of wine before I go to sleep. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
If it works, I will stay here. This will be my life forever. And it won't. It's not. I'm not. I'm dabbling. I'm not going to do a cleanse. I would never do a cleanse.
I did that for a while too.
I know.
That's
Hollywood.
I experiment with it. Just name something, say something interesting, and I'll experiment with it. Like
right,
any
check
sort
it
of
out.
diet and
Buddhism.
Yeah.
No.
Fuck yeah.
Knew it.
Wait, you tried it?
Well, not Buddhism per se, but like I learned TM
Yeah.
and
See, that shit works though. You still use that.
it still does.
Right.
Yeah. Well, no, lately like I've been trying to get back into it. I go through phases
Yeah, me too.
Of where I get lazy with it. But
You seem like you're ready for your ayahuasca moment.
yeah, well, fuck ayahuasca. I just want to go right to the DMT.
Well, wait a minute, because I've done DMT.
Yeah.
Yeah, ayahuasca is way gnarlier than DMT.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, DMT lasts not very long.
Yeah.
It's quick, it's over. I know a person that can make you do it in a safe way. Because
Yeah.
I would not recommend you get some and smoke it. That is a
No,
bad
no,
idea
of
to do
course,
it.
of course.
But I know somebody that could you do I went through the
Why are
whole
you
thing.
pointing at Michael?
I'm not. He's nowhere near it. But it was
many people. I'm one of them.
All right,
Try
I'm
your
going to take you
conclusions.
up on that.
Yeah, because that was actually quite an experience.
Yeah.
And that to me, he was explaining that's sort of a gateway, because
Oh, interesting.
ayahuasca, it stays. You're going to be doing hours. This is
Yeah.
like this if it's not that good, or because it's scary, but it's over. And then you move on. I did it twice that day, and I wanted more the next time
Right.
to go deeper into
Right.
wherever I went. Because the first time I did it, I was like, I see these things that are saying, "Come in here, come in here,"
Yeah.
and I'm like, "But wait!" And I came out, and when I came out, I was like, "I need to go in more.
I want to go. I needed
people-
to go with those guys.
There were people that said that I needed to go in there, so give me more. I need to go in there and
Yeah.
go in there. And when I went in there, I was like, "Oh fuck, big mistake!" And then I was like, "Nope, nope, nope.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay." I'm like, "Okay, I'm in here. I'm in here." Okay, I'm checking it out, checking it out, checking it out. It's like, nah. There was like an alarm that was saying, "We're taking you out again." I was like, "No, wait,
There's
more
an alarm.
information." And then when I came out, I was like, "That was tough. It was a little hard," and
Yeah.
it made me think ayahuasca. If I did hours of that, it scares me. I'm scared of it. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm scared of it. Yeah, because I guess, but I that's funny. I always thought it was the reverse. That like DMT was the big one,
No.
and ayahuasca was just kind of a more watered down version with a bunch of ceremony around
No,
it.
no. The
I don't know if I can
ceremony-
hang with the ceremony.
See, I feel like this is the other thing. I definitely want the ceremony,
Yeah?
and I'm not a guy that is into that stuff. I find it to be cheesy, but judging from the ceremony is a thing that stops the panic. I feel like if you do DMT at night, it's a different effect than you do it in the daytime. There's like a darker, and it's a proven fact. So that means, wait, just because of the night, like what the lightness of the day is going to change my effect on it. So that means if this guy's starting to do like a thing where he's like ritual, I'm going to take care of it, or we're doing it in a certain manner, which is going to help me do this in a positive way, because that's my biggest fear is doing
Gotcha.
ayahuasca and going all bad. Like
So-
8 hours of just, no, worst day ever. Help, I'm dying. Oh no, I'm dying again.
Yeah,
Over and over
8
again.
hours that feel like 8 years.
Yeah,
potentially.
yeah, that just
Yeah.
sounds like, you know what, dude? Do the ceremony.
All
do
right.
all the weird shit to
You
me.
convinced me.
Yeah. I would do it with you. Because I feel like if I die, you're going to die. But if you live, I'm going to live. So I'd be okay with it. Like, the other people that want me to do it with them, they do it all the time. And I'm like,
Oh.
of course you guys know how to take care of yourselves on there.
Yeah.
I'm innocent. I'm like, I might not, I might not be able to take this. Like, they're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
trust me, you'll be okay. I'm like, of course, you think I'll be okay? You fucking go to Peru and do it with these fucking Sherman asses
Yeah.
all the time. I want to go with the city guy who's like,
There you
fuck,
go.
this is sketchy, Ellis.
All right.
I'm like, I agree, Corddry. I'm fucking shitting
Jesus,
myself.
we have so much to do. We have a full schedule.
Could be a
Racing.
show, documentary. Ellis and Corddry go to Peru and do ayahuasca.
Yeah.
Shitting and vomiting on TV.
Oh man.
I'm
If you
getting
could
pretty
pick-
into flatlining.
What?
I said I'm getting pretty into flatlining.
And being brought back. What was that, dream movie?
Flatliners.
It was called
Yeah,
Flatliners.
yeah.
Yeah.
No wonder it escaped me. So there were, if you could pick 3 other people, public people that everybody would know to go with you to do this, who would you go with?
Brad Pitt.
And you're gonna film it too.
What? What's wrong with that? I like Brad Pitt.
That-
Just
It's a
just for
very-
the foreign market. Get Brad
Wait, are we
Are
saying
you-
people I know?
Pitt. You're shooting
To
it.
make it interesting.
What quadrant
It
are we trying to hit?
doesn't matter how it sells. It just matters that you've made an interesting documentary of you guys going to do.
Oh, wait, is
Deepak Chopra.
Yeah, I don't want to go with him.
But wait,
Why?
Are you trying to
Because
make
he's just too full of wisdom and shit.
Yeah. Don't you want him along?
No. No, I want to find out for myself.
No.
What
see,
you're experiencing. Shut up.
Are we trying to make entertainment, or are we trying to have people who are going to compliment?
I want somebody shitting themselves like you next to me going, man, this guy's fucking crapping out over here. I'm doing all right.
Well, no, listen, do we want to make quality entertainment, or do we want people who are going to compliment my experience and kind of soften it for me? Because I immediately think of some of the most comforting people that I'm aware of, but then I get afraid of what happens if they lose their shit. We were just talking about Bob Ross before you got here.
Oh, yeah.
If Bob Ross loses his shit, then I know all hope is lost for the universe, and any facade that we've had of a benevolent spirit to the universe is officially extinguished.
I think you just wanted to make an interesting documentary.
Right, well then Brad Pitt.
Okay.
Yeah, you want
I want Cyndi Lauper.
Brad Pitt, Kim Kardashian.
I don't want Cyndi Lauper. I don't want to see an older person. I feel like she looks way older when she vomits.
She's got vomit lines.
Right, and I like her mystique.
Who's a good vomiter, do you think?
What's the guy with the bleached hair, the chef guy that really sucks?
Guy Fieri?
Yeah, because I'd like to see him shit himself. I'd be like, ha ha ha. And then I know me and Corddry could be like enjoying ourselves. A little fucking
high five
over there. Yeah. What is that? Some of your latest meal you're vomiting over there, you shithead? Die! Death is coming! Sorry, Sherman. Sorry, I'm just fucking with the guy over there. I'd come out of panic just to fuck with that guy. That'd be good.
Diners, drive-ins, and die.
Yeah. You know that red meat's probably gonna kill you. Die. Yeah. Who else? Oh, the tennis player with the big booty.
Serena Williams.
Yep, Serena Williams.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
What? Why?
Yeah.
One, because she's black, and you can't have a bunch of white people.
No, you need diversity if
diversity.
if we're gonna sell this thing.
And two, her ass
What,
could
her-
bring me out of anything. If I could just see her ass.
You know things are okay.
Yeah.
She posted
Or
a
if I
series,
die looking at that ass.
Yeah.
She posted a series of videos of herself getting ill because she tasted pet food that was totally people food. She was in some really, really nice resort, and they made like chicken and rice for her dog, and she's like, this looks good enough for people to eat, because it was. They made the dog chicken and rice, and then she ate it, and she made more and more and more videos of herself like throwing up. So
she looked good though, right?
But she couldn't handle ayahuasca. She couldn't handle chicken
Yeah.
and rice.
She couldn't even handle the idea
Yeah,
of
but
it.
I think you're
exactly.
supposed to vomit on ayahuasca, so that's cool.
Yeah.
But you want people who are going to lose their shit, guaranteed.
No, look, once you lose, I feel like there's no way out of losing your shit on this mission. Like, you lose your shit, yo.
Yeah, but
like,
some
you're
people
gonna
are
get
more.
you're gonna get weird.
But some people are more hysterical than others.
Well, I don't think it's. Look, she's going to lose her shit, Michael.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Yeah,
I agree.
and I also feel like it's somebody that you wouldn't. She's tough, mentally very tough, and which means she's put up a lot of barriers in her life, and you're gonna get stripped down. She's gonna turn into a toddler, a naked toddler, and that's that. I want to see her be pulled apart. I want to see her break down. What?
I love it. Oh.
Yeah. And Brad Pitt is just like the greatest dude ever. He's like a superhero, and him just like falling apart and like telling the world his problems while crying and vomiting
So you feel like yeah.
is the coolest.
You're choosing
thing.
people who like you're not. We don't know the real them. You know,
No.
but they're gonna see like the realest of the real.
And which I feel in turn would make everybody who watched it go, you know what? I'm not so bad either.
Yeah.
Like everybody, even Brad Pitt is a human being.
Here's your web series, Rob. Rob Corddry's DMT party.
Yeah.
You only have to do it once. That's the cool thing about it.
After that,
Yeah.
you just wear the crazy pig hat.
You just keep blowing smoke in their faces. We enjoy Brad Pitt.
Just walk around pantsless quoting poetry.
You can play some guitar when we're coming out.
Yeah.
Wake up, pussies.
Is it possible? I know it. I know the answer to this question, but is it possible if you told someone, "Look, you've got to act like you're Abraham Lincoln, and you can't break character no matter what, or something bad's going to happen to your family. I don't know, something. There's no way you can keep enough control over yourself to do anything while you're doing this experience, right?
Oh, we're still on ayahuasca?
Yeah.
Wait, all of a sudden I just tell...
No, I'm just
Are
thinking...
you giving us challenges on the ayahuasca?
Yes.
I don't think
the
like-
ayahuasca challenge.
TJ Lavin can host this one.
Yeah, I don't want...
That'd be a waste of time.
Yeah.
It'd be a real waste of 8 hours.
Yeah, what do you just fucking waterboard
Yeah.
everybody?
Yeah, I don't think you could do it.
Look, you're gonna
Nor
die.
would you want to.
You're
The
gonna
second
die.
you got into
You're
it,
not-
you'd be like,
Fuck that.
it would all crumble.
It's not even a question.
No.
The deal would be immediately off without you
mushrooms
saying it.
Would be, like, couldn't even do it on that.
You'd be like, hey man, you're not being Abraham Lincoln anymore, and he'd be like, I don't know. Words, what are they?
Yeah.
You're not gonna know what the fuck. Deal's off before it kicks in. But there's like stuff you snort stuff. The guy gives you this Aubrey Marcus on it.com, my friend.
Yeah.
So he goes to Peru, but he's like, there's the Sherman that he's gone to a bunch of times.
I've heard him.
Nobody's
before.
died there, so it's like you know that you're gonna be okay. And the guy like gives you this stuff you snort first out of some bone bowl that's like 1,000 years old, and then you're like fucking high on that, and he blows some smoke in your face, and then you do the ayahuasca, and they do the thing, and then you
Aubrey
trip 'em
Marcus
off.
though did the 5 or 6 day experience, right? Where
He's done it a
you
bunch
do
of times.
different things. There's this journey that the shaman takes you on of different ayahuasca like drugs, as as the ayahuasca or something like that. Maybe might not be him. Might be somebody
I'm
else.
not sure, but I think he's done more than one
Yeah.
kind of it. I think he might have done... there's like a different kind of DMT that they have there that is actually stronger. So there's like a bunch of stuff that he's done where because he does it a lot. But he did a documentary where there was a girl that white girl suffered from anxiety. Like she reminded me of me, a little white girl that's scared of stuff. And she did this journey, did the thing, and it went for a couple of hours. They put her in a room by herself in the end of it, like to deal with all her stuff. And she came out and did not suffer from anxiety anymore. And she used to be like a Xanny popping chick to survive from these panic attacks. And I was like, man, I want to go. I just don't want to go with all you pros. Like, because it's like going to a gym for the first time and everybody's pro except me. I'm a little bit intimidated. That's not the time I want to take ayahuasca.
Well, the thing about ayahuasca anyway is that my wife and I were talking about it once, just theoretically, like. She was like, well, if you're gonna do it, I'd want to go with you, and I was like, but it doesn't matter who you're with, like it's a solitary experience from what I hear.
Yeah, I would actually prefer my chick didn't go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I just when he said that I felt like we were fucking chicks while we're on I was like,
no,
wait,
I don't want to smoke weed with my wife.
That's weird.
I don't want to smoke weed with anybody.
Yeah,
okay, well
yeah.
Okay, well then now it makes sense again.
I actually need my wife if I smoke weed. She helps me. Yeah.
That's adorable. See, I think my wife would turn her back on me.
I was on a plane. I was on a plane recently, and I took 2 espresso beans, edibles, and they were just 10 milligrams each. So it's not a lot, right? As far as I know, I don't know a lot about it, but I took 2, and I got so fucking high. And then I was on a plane, and I knew I was high. I knew I wasn't having a heart attack, but I was like, worrying about having a heart attack is going to give me a heart attack, and I'm on a plane, and they'll have to divert this plane, and then we'll have to land, and it'll be in the news, and then I'll shame my and then I realized, like, I was just sending myself down the spiral, and I turned to my wife, who was sitting next to me, I said, baby, I need you right now.
Yeah.
And she
remind me of me a lot when it comes to
2 minutes talked me right out of it. I had a blast for the rest of the flight.
Wow, that's a good person to
edibles,
have with
you got to watch those because I feel like when they say it's got a certain amount in it, that the guy who squirted it in there might not actually be like a scientist or like a professional measurer of sorts.
How dare you?
and which means you get more than that because I've eaten a cake before and I was like, fuck, I got a cake in my bag and I'm gonna get on a plane. I gotta eat that thing like a cupcake or some shit. And I'm like, I'm chewing it. I'm like, man, this doesn't even taste like weed. It just tastes like a fucking cupcake. I'm gonna just shove the whole thing in. And I literally, I already got through customs with it. And I was gonna get on the plane, and I was like, fuck, I'll just put it in my mouth. So I just shoved. I was chewing it as I like walked onto the plane, and then it kicked in fast. And then at one point, I felt like the plane like started to tilt to the side and go upside down. I was like, oh fuck, I don't know which way is up. And I'm like, what the fuck? Too high. Nobody can be that high because there's no way we're tipping over. Everyone else is totally cool. If we were going upside down, somebody'd be screaming right now. And I'm like, hold on, Ellis, hold on. And I'm like, man, I got to get out of this shit. And that was like just some.
I'm getting nervous just talking about this now.
I have
this like
palm radio.
I've got Now, throw some water on these butterflies in my stomach right now.
We should do ayahuasca together.
Well,
Seriously.
we only have a couple minutes left. Let's remind everybody: 22 kill in Veterans Crisis Line.
Yep. Shout out to the troops. You're not alone, and you guys should do ayahuasca too. If you've got PTSD,
Like Lady Gaga.
she did it.
I think I saw a headline. I didn't even click on it. She says that she's a PTSD sufferer.
Of course she is. Wait, she was raped in 2009? How old was she? Fucking hell, man. I almost think it's worse. I don't know. You know what I mean? For me, I don't know. An adult rape is almost... I mean, meant for the person. Not like... When you hear a kid being raped, that's worse. But as a person that's been raped when you're older is like... You really...
I have no idea.
Both are
I just
terrible.
have no
Both
frame
are
of
very
reference.
terrible.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was trying to turn this to a less.
Yeah, I ruined it again. I just
Yeah, you
Sorry.
give me a bad trip, man.
Happy 100th birthday to Hollywood legend Kirk Douglas.
Yay!
Wow.
Yay!
Well, this is a
Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday to
He's
you!
gonna die soon anyway.
He's still Spartacus after all these years. You know what's funny?
He's just sitting there on the couch with the fucking half a stroke face, having a field day. Hey, everybody.
Somebody kill me!
Help me!
Try to change the TV with a potato.
Please kill me.
I saw this article on in this newspaper.
He's
The
watching
Mirror,
a potato.
and it's his 100th birthday celebration, but it is so clearly a repurposed, pre-packaged obituary.
Oh,
You know
no.
how they write,
far
you know
out.
they write
Yeah,
the obituaries for people so they
yeah.
can't be taken by surprise when they die. It's just like
Yeah.
he came from a hardscrabble youth with Russian peasant parents. I'm like, this is not what you write for somebody's birthday. This isn't obituary. But you're like, fuck it, we're just using it.
He made it.
We've had this for 25 goddamn years. We're just printing it.
Yeah, we could change the title if he dies in the press time.
Man, he's like 3 foot tall. He's in a wheelchair. He has a dead skin mask face. And he made out with John Travolta.
John Travolta's kissing him. Open mouth.
You've made it when Hollywood legend Kirk Douglas makes out
Wait a
with
minute. I think he's sucking the soul out of him.
Right? It does look like that.
He tried.
Yeah.
Wow.
He certainly tried.
100, huh? Does he fuck?
No. God, no.
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 Supposedly he
You
saw.
lose interest.
Supposedly he saw a doctor for impotence at one point because he bedded 29 women in 29 nights and then couldn't get it up the 30th night with the 30th lady, and he thought there was something wrong with his junk. That's what a man.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's a believable tale.
Right. And I just want to mention one thing. There's a terror thing going on in LA today.
What?
I mean, on the subway. No, but who takes the subway?
Ah.
I mean, it's supposed to be a credible threat against the red line.
Why would anybody...
No,
Blow up.
not the red line. That's the
a fucking great line.
That is the one that goes from Hollywood to the courthouse. If you got to go to court, that's the one you have to do.
Ah, it's a
Why would anyone
busy
blow that
one.
up like this? You just said yourself no one's
don't
in there.
know.
But that's
I
where
don't
some
know.
of our poorest criminals hang.
That is, but they said the mayor said they'll be surprised if somebody tries to search your bags today if you're in Los Angeles. So there you go, bag search going on.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's
Jesus.
it.
That's what you're leaving us on.
Fuck you, man.
And there's an Italian actress who's gonna blow everybody.
Fuck you. Don't do that.
You're lying.
No, she said that she would blow everybody if there was like if they voted no on the Italian referendum. Madonna said something similar, but this one is actually posted a tour date.
But
of
she's
when
actually
gonna
gonna
be
blow everybody.
Yeah, exactly. She's
Wow, I would definitely want a blowjob from
I
her.
want an Italian blowjob.
Yeah, she's gonna go to Italy, and she's posting dates of when she'll be in what city and where to meet her. And if you voted no, you send her your information, and she's gonna come.
What
visit
is
you.
happening? That just bums me out. I know that was meant to be
I'm trying
funny.
to think of something.
I don't know. Everything's
comes to us
falling
from-
apart.
Comes to us from Breitbart.com, which is apparently our go-to source for news now.
I don't see the problem with that.
Really?
What?
I do.
With her blowing people?
No, I have no problem with that.
For votes?
That's what I meant.
No, of course not.
Yeah. What do you think I meant?
That Breitbart.com would become our go-to.
Oh, no. Am I supposed to leave?
Yeah, because Tony Hawk's Demolition Radio will be beginning after the replay.
Ah, shit, fuck.
Yeah.
Rob Corddry, ladies and gentlemen, a legend in his
again.
own right. Thanks for being on the show. Every
Office
time he
Christmas.
shows
I feel like
up,
we got so close to figuring it out today.
I think the only...
Unlocking the key.
You should
There's
do our
one-
podcast. That's where we figure things out.
Yeah. We'll uplift you on the podcast. We brought you down on the
You
show.
guys have a
before.
podcast?
Yeah.
I'll do that shit.
Yeah, Alistronics. It's fucking huge.
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about it. No one's really. It's awesome. All right, fuckers, don't die.
Bye.
I really want to do our podcast one of these days.
Yeah, I would love to.
Cool.